Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a DIY racing beat style intake on your Miata. There are only a couple of parts you're going to need. It's going to consist of the one coupler that'll be 2 3/4 inch in diameter. That's the U-shaped piece here. And then you're going to need to get yourself a filter, the biggest filter that'll fit. Mine was a 3-inch filter that I got off of eBay, but total cost in parts is just around $20. So when you open the hood, you're going to see the stock airbox, and it's going to have your filter inside of it, and it's going to have your MAF and IAT sensor inside of it. Our goal is to replace the airbox with your aftermarket filter setup, which is going to suck air from the little hole behind the headlight. Not only is it behind the headlight, which already gives it cold air, but there's actually a hole underneath that gives cold air to the OEM snorkel as well. We're going to put our filter setup right there, and later I'll show you guys how to make a heat shield there to stop the air from getting heated, but that'll be another video. So you're going to go ahead and unplug the plug for the MAF, and then unbolt the crossover tube. And you're also going to have to remove the wiring connector for the IAT sensor located on the other side of the airbox there. Next, you're going to undo a 12mm nut over here, and over by the exhaust there is a 12mm bolt. You're going to undo both those, and then there's one more. The last bolt is 10mm, and it's by the OEM air snorkel. After you've removed that, make sure that all your wires are clear and disconnected. There's a little clip over on this side, and then a second clip for that wire on the other side. Once that's disconnected, you can lift your airbox up and out of the car. Next, there is a small bracket. There are 10mm bolts here and here, and one nut there. And with those removed, you can pull out that bracket. Weight reduction. The next problem that we run into is if you have the car that has a strut tower bar like mine does, is that the 180-degree curve will hit that and has to be cut to fit. I would like to cut mine right about there, and then the MAF is going to fit the area right in between these two pieces there. So you're going to go ahead and cut that there and then bring it back, and we'll try and get the MAF to fit in between there. With that little piece cut out of your thing, you can see exactly where the air intake is going to sit with the MAF and all. And as an added benefit, that little chunk you cut out, you can use as a coupler somewhere else if you need. Pull the MAF out of your airbox. There are two 10mm bolts that attach right here. And then you're going to also wiggle out your IAT sensor, because you're going to need to keep that as well. Now that you've got your intake pretty much set up, you need to figure out where you're going to put your IAT sensor. So find out where you want to run the wires to and make sure they're not hitting anything. I'm going to put mine right under the corner here, and make sure that you've still got clearance for your MAF sensor plug there. And we're going to go ahead and cut a hole in the bottom and put the IAT sensor through that hole into the coupler. Here you can see the IAT sensor down in the little hole that I cut through. It's rubber, so it fits really snug. You can see the bottom of the filter there. So after you've done that, you want to clean out your coupler to make sure there's no chunks of anything in there. And after the test fit, we know exactly where the MAF's going to sit, so now it's ready to all put together. So this is pretty much your intake in its final form. Put another hose clamp on the other side of the MAF and make sure everything's plugged in nice and tight and the wires are zip tied out of the way. Like I said, I'm going to show a video eventually of making a heat shield. I'm going to box this off so that the hot air from the exhaust doesn't get into it. But other than that, that's how you make your own racing beat intake. Took about 20 minutes and $20.